And good evening, everyone. Welcome into the Access Tennis Center here in Chicago, Illinois. This is Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Welcome into Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Women's Tennis as the host Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks will be taking on the Concordia University, Wisconsin Falcons. The Falcons were delayed getting to Chicago, so their bus just arrived. So we're going to have a delayed start here. That's what we have up on the top of the score graphic there. You're seeing the Illinois Tech women's team and Coach Chris Powell working with his team prior to the match here. And when CUW gets into the Access Tennis Center, they'll have their requisite warm-ups, and then we'll get underway. It'll be doubles competition to start things off, and that will take place in these three courts here. So that will be the three doubles in the court you're looking at there when we get started. This will be the number one doubles in court 3, and then court 4 will be the number 2 doubles. So we'll start with doubles with number 1 doubles right straight on, number 3 doubles to our right, and number 2 doubles to our left. That's how we're set up here for the doubles competition. When we get to singles, we'll work that out. We'll find out where that's going to be. I think initially Coach Powell had mentioned that the 1s and 2s would be in court 3 and 4. So 1s, I believe, will be straight on. 2s will be to our left. And then 3s and 4s will follow down further to the left. And then 5 and 6 would be in courts 1 and 2. So that's exciting. We're calling court placement here. I know you're all excited about that. Don't get to live stream women's tennis or men's tennis that often. Illinois Tech does not have a home court that has 6 courts. They have a home court, but it only has 3 courts, so they practice there sometimes, practice at local Dunbar Park, and obviously they practice here at the XS Tennis Center, which is their home court. Afternoons during the fall, they'll play outside. XS Tennis has outside tennis courts, and then on evening matches, and then when we get over to men's season, when it's colder out, most of those matches will be inside here at the XS Tennis Center. Nice complex here on the south side of Chicago. It's about 20 blocks or so south of the Illinois Institute of Technology. So just a short drive down from 31st Street and the home court for Illinois Tech Tennis. We'll take an audio break here, and again, we have a delayed start. The CUW bus was late getting into the city, so we'll probably be into the XS Tennis Center here shortly. And again, they'll take their warm-ups. It's possible we may not get started until like about 10 to 8 or something like that. Hopefully not 8 o'clock, but we'll see how much warm-up time they're going to need. And then we will get this broadcast going here. So just stay with us here. Again, delayed start. You're watching Illinois Tech Women's Tennis on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Hello, everyone. Welcome back into the Access Tennis Center. We're about 5 minutes away or so from the match getting started. Again, there was a delay with Concordia, Wisconsin getting into the city and getting over to the Access Tennis Center. So we're going to start around 7:55, I was told, but probably a couple minutes, probably 8 o'clock, let's say that. So we'll start off with doubles competition, and then we'll move into singles. Doubles competition, 3 matches. Score up to 6. Going to win by 2 or the tiebreaker. And under the new scoring, doubles, whoever wins the doubles, 2 of 3 or 3 of 3, there's only 1 match point they get with that. So in previous years, each doubles match was worth a point. The winner of overall doubles gets the team point, the 1 doubles point, and then you move into singles play where there are 6 possible points available. So it's a 7-point scoring now. So the first team to 5, or 4, I should say, is the victor in the new scoring for this year. So we'll get going here shortly. We'll take a look at the matches, and we'll be able to tell you who the starters are here in a moment. Let me pull that up for you. Where did Illinois Tech go? There they are. All right. So your number 1 doubles for CUW, it'll be Peyton Morgan and Ruth Doldy. And they'll be taking on Hannah Markevich and Martina Kalanaska. Doubles, Morgan Chyla and Peyton Stewart taking on Angelica Conwell and Paige Geiger. Number 3 doubles, Jeannie Eisen and Abigail Schwartz taking on Rhea Karumaru and Ashley Dame. And your singles, when we get to that, number 1 singles, Peyton Morgan versus Martina Kalanaska. Number 2 singles for CUW, Morgan Chyla. Number 3 singles, Ruth Doldy versus Paige Geiger. Number 4, Abigail Schwartz for CUW, Ashley Dame for Illinois Tech. Number 5, Peyton Stewart for CUW, Angelica Conwell for Illinois Tech. And the number 6 singles will be Jeannie Eisen for CUW against Rhea Karumaru. So those are your starters or your participants for today's match. And again, we'll start things off with doubles here shortly. All right, the Illinois Tech match keeps moving around on Ion Court here, so now I'm trying to get back to find it. It's there and it's not there. We'll try again. There we go. Close that out. As we get ready for this match to start. So again, we'll start with doubles competition first, so I'll update the little graphic there. Ready to get started here shortly. Each team huddling up. Coach Chris Powell for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. In his 4th season, leading the Illinois Tech tennis programs, men's and women's. And Steve Lanschutz, 13th season, leading the Concordia University, Wisconsin tennis program. And we'll give you the court assignments here first. I believe number 1 is going to be straight on in court 3 here. And basically what I'm going to do is just kind of pan around to the 3 doubles matches. When we get into singles play, I'll primarily focus on courts 2, 3, and 4, the closest courts. But I'll, zoom into courts 1 and courts 5 and 6 as best as I can. But and we're kind of centrally located in the back in the middle of court 3. Waiting for the teams to get into position there. And then we'll lined up and ready to go. Yeah, it looks like it will be an 8 p.m. start here for NAC women's tennis on a Tuesday night, a rainy Tuesday night here in Chicago. It's been raining most of the day, and that continued into the evening. That might have contributed to the delay for the Falcons getting into the city. That and the normal congested Chicago traffic. Not ideal coming down here on a weeknight, but that's how it goes. All right, so it looks like number 1s will be in court 3. Number 2 will be in court 4 to our left. And number 3 doubles will be in court 2 to our right. And as we get scores, we're just going to give you the overall team score here. So when we get that locked down, we'll figure that out, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to rely on the Ion Court app. The manual score boards here at XS Tennis are not always positioned to where you can see them and read you the up-to-date scores, so we'll just kind of go from there. And welcome into the XS Tennis Center. This is Eric Willowhite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. And CUW will start serve here. So number 1 doubles underway. Peyton Morgan, Ruth Doldy, Hannah Markevich, and Martina Kalinowska. I'll get the CUW information here shortly. Doldy is in the front court. And Peyton Morgan is in the back court for CUW in the number 1 doubles. For Illinois Tech, Kenna Markevich is in the backcourt. In the front court, Martina Kalinovska. Good serve there by Morgan. Getting an ace in the first game. Goes to CUW in doubles number 1. So a 1-0 lead for the Falcons in doubles number 1. Finished off with a service ace there from Peyton Morgan. What we'll do is we'll go 2 games for doubles 1. Then we'll move over to doubles 2. We'll try and get a couple games there. And then we'll move over to double 3 and get a couple games over there. So the goal is to at least get a couple games within the set for each doubles court. And we're on game number 2 in doubles 1. Over on doubles 2, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks take the first game. So 1-0 lead for the Scarlet Hawks in doubles number 2. And a 1-0 lead for the Scarlet Hawks in doubles number 3. Doubles 1 went to CUW. So Angelica Conwell and Paige Geiger get the 1-0 lead, early 1-0 lead up on Morgan Chyla and Peyton Stewart in doubles 2. And in doubles 3, Rhea Karumaru and Ashley Dame of Illinois Tech 1-0 on Jeannie Eisen and Abigail Schwartz in doubles 3. Over on court 2 to our right. We'll finish up here. We're on doubles number 1, game 2. Kalinovska to serve. Nice point there from Markevich. The Hawks look like they took game 2, so we're all even at 1 apiece over in number 1. Let's move over to doubles 2. Doubles 2. Again, Morgan Chyla and Peyton Stewart for the Falcons against Angelica Conwell and Paige Geiger for Illinois Tech. Believe we're in the 3rd game over there. Not sure who won game 2. We'll see when they flip out. They flip out on the odd numbers, so after the 3rd game is complete, we'll get a score update over on all of the courts. They give a score update after the first game, which obviously is an odd number. Illinois Tech in doubles 2. It's Angelica Conwell in the front court and Paige Geiger in the back court. And then I will get an update here on CUW. Peyton Stewart. Well, okay. Think Peyton Stewart is in the backcourt for CUW, and Morgan Shyla is in the front court. Doubles number 1 has completed their 3rd game. They did not update the score, however, so I don't know where that match stands. I believe, well, it's 2-1. I just don't know if it's Illinois Tech or CUW. Illinois Tech did win the 2nd game. Conwell's unable to get that one up. Nice volley there from Morgan Shyla. All right, now Hannah Markevich is going to update the score over on doubles number 1. And it's 2-1 Illinois Tech. So Illinois Tech dropped the first game in the doubles match. CUW won that one, and then Illinois Tech came back to win the next 2. They're up 2-1 in doubles number 1. Conwell serving for Illinois Tech in doubles 2. This is the 3rd game. That one hit deep by Conwell. That's out. Good serve by Markevich, getting that one deep. All right, so it's 2-1. Illinois Tech leading in doubles number 2. Let's move over to doubles number 3 now. We'll zoom in a little bit. Get most of the participants as best we can. So again, Illinois Tech leading 2-1 in doubles 1, 2-1 in doubles 2. And waiting for an update in doubles 3, where Illinois Tech had an early 1-0 lead. Doubles number 3 again, Jeannie Eisen and Abigail Schwartz against Rhea Karumaru and Ashley Dame. Try and figure out who is who for CUW. I know for Illinois Tech, as you're looking at it, that's Rhea Karumaru in the backcourt. In the front court, that's Ashley Dame. Eisen and Schwartz. I think that's Eisen in the front court, and then Schwartz in the back court. Maybe. wear jersey numbers in tennis, so I'm just going based on the roster picture as best as I can decipher. So I'm going with Schwartz in the backcourt and Eisen in the front court. That one just, I believe, was just touched by Kalinowski in doubles number 1, so unable to play that one. Kurumaru serving for Illinois Tech over in doubles number 3. That one long. CUW coming into this match 3-2 overall and 3-1 in conference play. So they've had a good run to start the season. Illinois Tech has a record of 2-4 overall and 2-2 in conference play. That one trying to feather it over by Kurumaru, unable to get it over. We'll wait for the score update, and then we'll get back to doubles number 1 after we get to the third game score. And Ashley just able to drop that one in just on that back line, so good work by Ashley Dame to recover on that one. As Kurumaru continues service. Early leads doesn't mean that that'll hold up as teams gain momentum. You also got to give for CUW getting their legs underneath them, you know, even though it's not a long drive coming up from McQuon, it's still a little time on the bus, plus you factor in the travel time due to the weather and the traffic conditions, so probably getting their legs underneath them. And now we're going to finally get that update over on court number 2 for doubles number 3. And it's a 3-0 lead for Illinois Tech. So Ashley Dame and Rhea Kurumaru are able to win those next 2 games to go up 3-0. Over in doubles number 1, CUW has taken a 3-2 lead, so the Falcons won the last 2, and then we'll move back over to doubles number 1. Get in on that action here. Peyton Morgan and Ruth Doldy. Doldy in the backcourt, Morgan in the front court, Markevich in the front court, Kalinowski in the backcourt for Illinois Tech and serving. That one was long. Good point. Markevich to put that one down. Over on doubles number 2, it's a 4-1 lead for Illinois Tech. That's Paige Geiger and Angelica Conwell up over Morgan Chyla and Peyton Stewart. A little frustration shown there from Peyton Morgan. It looks like the Hawks looking to get square in doubles number 1. They're trailing 3-2. That one a little too strong. Well, thank you for tuning in to Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Women's Tennis here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, Illinois Tech Women's Tennis. We try and stream one home match a season, one for the women's and one for the men's here at XS Tennis. It's off campus, so we don't have the easiest access, but we're able to get in here and try and get at least one match live streamed per season. Hopefully in the future we can do more. Challenge, though, in tennis, sometimes the court times change up on you when you get here, and then sometimes teams are delayed, so the start was a little bit pushed back. That's okay. We've actually had a couple men's soccer matches that had to start about 15 minutes late due to similar traffic issues coming in on a Wednesday night. Last 2 Wednesday night home games for Illinois Tech men's soccer, the road teams requested a little bit of a delayed start, if you will. This is an important match for the Scarlet Hawks, trying to get over 500 in conference play. If they do, then they'd have the head-to-head with CUW. CUW would fall to 3-2 in conference, but again, we're only in doubles competition right now. We got a long way to go, but that first doubles point obviously is very important for both these teams to get off on the right start. Even with the adjusted scoring, that 7-point scoring, that one doubles point can be the difference in a lot of matches, and it actually was for the Scarlet Hawks. They lost a couple matches by the score of 4-3 in conference play, and again, they lost the doubles point in both of those. So you flip that around, you're the 4-3 victor. So every point counts, especially when you get it compressed down to a 7-point range. We'll wait for this game to be finalized, and then we'll move over to doubles, back over to doubles number 2. Which again, last score update there was a 4-1 lead for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Let me just say I'm not a fan of iron court. The scoreboard keeps timing out for me. I just want to watch. Oh, blistering shot there from Kalaneska. Hot to handle for Ruth Dolde, and Illinois Tech gets the point. All right, So we'll get a score update before we swing on over to doubles number 2. And it is 4-3 lead. CUW still on top over in doubles number 1. And now we'll move back over to doubles number 2. Morgan Chyla and Peyton Stewart taking on Angelica Conwell and Paige Geiger. I have to remember who is who here. Chyla's in the backcourt now. Oh, this match keeps timing out. Peyton Stewart in the backcourt for CUW. She gets the point there. Now she moves up into the front court. Angelica Conwell serving. Illinois Tech was up 4-1 at the last score update, so we'll wait for another update there. Try and pan over a little bit so we can. Well, it's hard. We can't get all 4 corners of the court, so we'll do our best to get as much as we can, but sometimes that server on the far corner on the near court, near side, and the near corner on the far side are going to be cut off. It looks like Chyla and Stewart are mounting a comeback. Again, we'll wait and see. We're going to get a score update right now. Meanwhile, over on doubles 3, Illinois Tech up 5-0. Looks like they will get ready to close out first. Illinois Tech in doubles number 2 did win one of the 2 games, so now they're up 5-2. So Angelica Conwell and Paige Geiger up 5-2 over Morgan Chyla and Peyton Stewart, although CUW won that last game there to cut into that deficit. So Illinois Tech looking to get that number 1 doubles, or the doubles point. They're 1 win away in both the number 3 and number 2 doubles matches, and the number 1 doubles match going on right now. As a matter of fact, it's the only match going on, so let's move over there. Good point down the middle from Kalinaska. So again, last score update in doubles 1, it was 4-3 CUW. Most recent update, and these are fresh updates, in doubles 2, it's 5-2 Illinois Tech, and in doubles 3, it's 5-0 Illinois Tech. So regardless of the point, all matches will complete. So it's not like when you get to the postseason where once you get the 4th point, all matches stop. You know, they'll continue through regardless, but to win, you need at least 4 in this 7. That one too strong there by Markevich. That one blistered through by Kalinowska. Tough spot for Dold there, and Morgan unable to retrieve that. Nice serve there by Morgan. Oh, nice return by Markevich. And Dold unable to put that one through. Boy, that was a good volley by both teams there, but Illinois Tech able to get the point there. 15-40. That one's long. 30-40. Morgan, really good server. Just kind of forced that one over, and Illinois Tech wins the game. And now let's get a score update there. And now they're up 5-4. So Illinois Tech down 4-3 has moved up to a 5-4 lead. And it looks like doubles number 2 is completed. And I believe that's 6-2 is the score in doubles number 2. So 1, 2, and 3. 6-2, I believe, is the final. And then it looks like doubles number 3 is over as well. I'm not sure if that finished 6-0 or 6-1. And then doubles number 2 or doubles number 1 will continue. That one was long. Just over the head of Markevich there. Nice return by Doldy. It's been a good match between the competitors for Illinois Tech and CUW. Peyton Morgan, Ruth Doldy, Hannah Markiewicz, and Martina Kalanoska. That one's long by Peyton Morgan. Another look of frustration. Markiewicz with a good return there, right in on Morgan. Nothing for her to do there. It's just in too tight. Illinois Tech looking to close out doubles number 1. If you're able to get a sweep in doubles play, sometimes you kind of wish you're back on the 9-point scoring method if you win all 3 matches. And it looks like it was 6-4 Illinois Tech in doubles number 1. So Illinois Tech comes out and grabs the doubles point. So we'll move into singles play here shortly. These are unofficial scores, but I had 6-4 for Illinois Tech in doubles number 1. That's Hannah Markiewicz and Martina Kalanoska over Peyton Morgan and Ruth Doldy. In doubles number 2, I had 6-2 Illinois Tech. Angelica Conwell and Paige Geiger over Morgan Shyla and Peyton Stewart. And then I believe in doubles 3 that finished out 6-0 for Illinois Tech. That was Rhea Karumaru and Ashley Dame over Jeannie Eisen and Abigail Schwartz. It'll be all the same 6 competitors in singles matches when we get to singles play here shortly. So Illinois Tech wins the doubles component. They get the 1 doubles point, even with the 3-0 sweep. Your number 1 singles will be Peyton Morgan against Martina Kalanoska. Your number 2 singles, Morgan Shyla versus Hannah Markiewicz. Number 3 singles, Ruth Doldy versus Paige Geiger. Number 4, Abigail Schwartz versus Ashley Dame. Number 5, Peyton Stewart versus Angelica Conwell. And then number 6, Jeannie Eisen against. So those will be your singles. Illinois Tech up 1-0 here. They need 3 more singles victories to claim the overall match victory to get that 4th point. Obviously, they'd like to do a little better than that, but right now at this stage, it's stringing together conference victories. So they're looking to, again, move over the 500 mark in conference play, move up to 3-2. But again, got to get through all of these singles matches here to determine that. It's only a 1-0 lead at this point for Illinois Tech. So we'll figure out the court placement here shortly and who's going where. We'll wait and see as they have the break in between doubles and singles play. Tuesday night tennis on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. So doubles competition, it's only the 1 set. But moving into singles competition now, it's best of 3. So obviously singles play will go much longer. And I highly doubt I'll be able to get you even very unofficial scores in the singles matches, because they'll flip them over as soon as they're finished with the first set. So they don't always flash and show what the final score is before they move into set two. So best I can tell you, though, is who wins the first set, as there's a set indicator on the manual flip scores on each court, each net. So a little pause in the action here before we get ready for singles play. I think for Illinois Tech, number 6 singles will be over in court 1. That'll be Ria Karumaru. Angelica Conwell will be in court 2. So court 1 all the way over far on the right there. That'll be Ria Karumaru taking on Jeannie Eisen in the 6 singles. In the 5 singles, Angelica Conwell over in court 2 here to our right will be taking on Peyton Stewart. In the middle court, straight on, I think it's Martina Konoska and Peyton Morgan, the number 1 singles match, but I don't know that 100% yet. We'll see. Or they may have just lined them up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in which case the 1s, 2s, and 5s and 6 are going to be hard to zoom in on. We'll be able to get the 3, 4s, and, well, actually, I should say we'll be able to get the 3, 4s, and 5s well. We won't be able to get the 1s, 2s, and 6s if they're laying them out 1 through 6, starting from the far left to the far right. But we do know 5 and 6 are the 2 courts to the furthest right. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. So Ashley Dame is flipping the score here in the middle court, in court number 3, and she's in the number 4 singles matchup. She's taking on Abigail Schwartz. So 4, 5, 6 from straight on to your right. Oh, and then 1, 2, 3 to your left. So we'll have the number 1, the number 4, and the number 5 singles matches in the same setup as we were in the doubles. Six is at far right. And from the far left, it's 3, 2, 1. So if we go from the left side, it's 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6. That's your setup here for the singles play. Again, we'll go through, get you the participants in each singles match. Again, straight on here, we'll start off with the number 4 singles match between Ashley Dame and Abigail Schwartz. So we'll give them the first go of it here on our live stream for women's tennis. About 8:43 will be our start time for singles in this game. And just like we do in doubles, though, games will be the scoring updates. So right out of the gate, we'll get whoever gets the first game in each of set one. We'll get that updated quickly. I can actually update the score. So Illinois Tech up 1-0 in the overall match. Ashley Dame with the serve. Waiting for the first game to be over in either of the 6 matches going on right now. And I think we just got it there. Ashley Dame wins game 1 in set 1. And she'll go up 1-0 in her doubles number 4 competition. Doubles number or singles number 4 competition. We're out of doubles. And over on singles 3, Illinois Tech up 1-0. That was Paige Geiger getting the victory in the first set, taking on Ruth Doldy. Singles 2, Hannah Markevich up 1-0 on Morgan Shyla. Singles 1, Peyton Morgan up 1-0 on Martina Kalinowska. Singles 5, Abigail Schwartz, or actually Peyton Stewart up 1-0 on Angelica Conwell. And then we don't have a score update yet in single 6 between Ria Karumaru and Jeannie Eisen. So they might still be playing their first game there. We'll move over to the number 1 singles match at the conclusion of this second game. In the number 4 singles between Abigail Schwartz and Ashley Dame. Schwartz serving. Over in singles number 6, it was Jeannie Eisen getting the first game victory over Ria Karumuru, so they're up 1-0 there. So, first game in the singles competition is split. 3 for CUW and 3 for Illinois Tech. Obviously a long, long way to go. Dame getting the point there after a long volley. A nice serve there from Schwartz, but Dame was able to return it. Another good long volley here between Dame and Morgan. Or Schwartz. And one's going to go out. Actually, we'll go to the score update here. For singles number 4, before we head out over to singles number 1 to our left. Over in singles number 5, it's 2-1 CUW. Singles number 5, again, that's Peyton Stewart leading Angelica Conwell. On top of Morgan Shyla. Nice drop there by Dame. Kalinowski moves up to 2-1 She trailed 1-0 to Peyton Morgan. Then she came back to win the next two games to take a 2-1 lead as they have the break after the third game. We'll go there right after the completion of this game between Schwartz and Dame in singles number 4. Wait for the score update. Oh, nice return there by Schwartz. Another nice return. Dame pushes it back and unable to get it. So after two close-in returns by Schwartz, Dame was able to loft that one towards the back line. Schwartz unable to track that one down. Gets the point. I think it's 2-1 over in singles number 3. Singles number 3, that is Paige Geiger of Illinois Tech over Ruth Doldy. And now we're going to get a score update here in singles number 4, and it is Ashley Dame up 3-0 on Abigail Schwartz. So the Hawks trailing in the 5 and 6 singles matches, but leading in 1, 2, 3, and 4 at this moment. They only need 3 singles victories to get the match victory based on getting that doubles point. But again, we're a long way to go. We're still in set number 1 for singles. Let's move over to singles number 1. And again, we're zoomed out as far as we can, so we're going to be missing some people playing on the back line. And right now, that's going to be Peyton Morgan, who won't be on the screen unless she's coming up court. You'll see Martina Kalinowska over on the far side for Illinois Tech. So last score update, 2-1, Illinois Tech and Kalinowska leading over Peyton Morgan in singles number 1. Hopefully I'm not keep saying doubles number 1 because doubles competition's over. Singles number 1. That one long. It's a good battle. Peyton Morgan has a really nice serve. Probably the hardest serve of everyone out here today. But she's a little frustrated with herself, at least on the early observations here. Kalinowska is a cool customer. First year player for the Scarlet Hawks. And she took over the number 1 singles in her freshman season and also on the number 1 doubles team. So a good start to her collegiate career for Martina Kalinowska. She's won all 4 of her singles matches in NAC play, so she's undefeated in NAC play in singles. Might be able to tip that a little bit more. And now no one's on your screen. Rhea Karumuru over in the number 6 singles matches. She's trailing Jeannie Eisen by the score of 3-0 on the last update there. So Eisen out with a big early lead in the first set. in singles number 5 between Peyton Stewart and Angelica Conwell. Stewart up 2-1 on the last update there in singles 5. We'll go there in a little bit. Still have some more number 1 singles play to get through. Into the net by Schwartz. Couple errors there in a row by Kalinowska. As we hit 9 o'clock hour here in Chicago. So we'll get through singles number 1 through the next score update, see where we're at. And again, another error, Kalinowska, and I think we're at that point where we're flipping sides. We'll see how that score changes. We know that win went to Peyton Morgan on that last game. So it's either 3-2. It's 3-2 one way or the other. And it's 3-2 Illinois Tech as Kalinowska won the 4th game in set 1. And Morgan came back to win the 5th game. So 3-2 is your score there over in singles number 1. Singles number 5 just flipped over. It's a 3-2 lead for Peyton Stewart over Angelica Conwell. So let's go over to singles number 2. We'll zoom in. A little far out, but you can still see them. That is Morgan Chyla for CUW and Hannah Markevich for Illinois Tech. Last score update there was a 4-1 lead for Hannah. Over in singles number 3, which would be the next court up to the left there, to the far left, between Paige Geiger and Ruth Doldy. Paige Geiger of Illinois Tech on as they head to the 6th game in set 1. Markevich serving on the near side. And again, we're full court. We're over at, that's court number 5 for singles number 2. Markevich versus Chyla. Peyton Morgan, the senior, out of Arlington Heights, Illinois, in the #1 doubles competition, taking on Martina Kalinovska. One dropped in for Kalinovska. But again, we're on singles #2, a little further to our left there. So between the 3 courts you're looking at, that's the middle court that we're zoomed in on. A 4-1 lead for Hannah Markiewicz based on the last score update for singles #2. That one. So it looks like Markiewicz won in singles 2. Looks like she was 6-1 there. So Markiewicz has one set down for the Scarlet Hawks. I don't know if we can get Paige Geiger and Ruth Doldy way over there in court 7. Might be a tall task, but we'll try. So there you see them. So court 7. Way over to our left, Paige Geiger, Ruth Doldy. Last score update, it was a 3-2 lead for Geiger. Over in singles 6, Jeannie Eisen up 5-0 on Ria Karumaru. Singles 5, it's a 3-2 lead. For Peyton Stewart over Angelica Conwell. Waiting for another score update for the match between Dame and Schwartz in singles #4. Not sure. I don't think the set is finished, so it might be 5-2. We're going to get a score update now. we're not going to get a score update. So neither Schwartz nor Dame has updated the score, so we'll just have to wait and see when that one finishes out. Looks like a 5-2 lead for Paige Geiger over Ruth Doldy in singles number 3. And we'll move things over to singles number 5. That's Angelica Conwell taking on Peyton Stewart. Stewart up in set 1, 5-2. Watching Illinois Tech women's tennis here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Again, this is Eric Willowhite with you here, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Happy to bring you the live stream of this Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference match between Concordia University, Wisconsin, and Illinois Tech. Falcons and the Scarlet Hawks. Nice point there by Stewart. She looks like she's on her way to the first set victory. We'll try and get some of the match between Jeannie Eisen and Ria Karumaru after we get an update here from singles number 5. That might be coming here shortly. Take a look at the schedule coming up for Illinois Tech. They don't have anything scheduled this weekend. It's kind of one of those weird stretches for the team. So they have CUW tonight, and they don't have another match until Saturday, October 5th, so about a week and a half until they play their next match. They'll be up in Milwaukee to take on Wisconsin Lutheran in another NAC matchup. And then they'll come back home to the XS Tennis Center on Wednesday, October 9th to take on Alverno. So those are the next 2 matches for the Scarlet Hawks on the NAC docket. Let's take a peek at Concordia University, Wisconsin, their schedule. So after today, They will be at Concordia, Chicago on Wednesday, October 2nd. So they'll be back in the Chicago area again, at least not in the city, but over in River Forest to take on the Cougars. An afternoon match, so that one might be outside. And then they come back home for a match against Edgewood. They'll host the Eagles on Saturday, October 5th. So those are the next two matches for the Falcons. First set is complete over in singles number 5 and singles number 6. Actually, in singles number 6. So it looks like the first set goes to Jeannie Eisen, I believe. She won that one 6-0. Singles number 5 looks to be at 5-2. I'm not sure if that's right. We'll see. They haven't flipped it over for the start. That one might be over. I don't know. We'll go back over to singles number 4. Between Ashley Dame and Abigail Schwartz. Does look like Martina Kalinowska won set 1. Don't have the score. And that was a win for set 1 for Kalinowska. So Hannah Markevich won set 1 in singles 2. Martina Kalinowska won set 1 in singles 1. And Paige Geiger won set 1 in singles 3. So again, the Scarlet Hawks just need 3 singles victories to win the match based on taking the doubles point. And look to get a score update here on singles number 4 between Ashley Dame of Illinois Tech and Abigail Schwartz of CUW. My guess is it was 5-2 when they returned, or it could have been 4-3. We'll see. Oh, nice blast there from Schwartz, but a good return by Dame. Dame able to return that power shot from Schwartz and just loft it. Schwartz unable to complete the volley. That time Schwartz gets it to fall over the net. All right, so now we're going to get a score update here. So it says 4-3. I might have missed some scoring there, but it's 4-3. Dame is on top. But Schwartz winning the next 2 games to cut it to a 1-game deficit in set number 1 in singles number 4. Well, I don't know. Probably not going to get Rhea on camera here. Well, yeah, there she is. We'll zoom in to singles number 6. on that far side there. Far right. Singles number 6 competition between Ria Karumuru and Jeannie Eisen. Jeannie Eisen won set 1, I believe, 6-0. So they're on to set 2 over to our right. Just to the left of that is singles 5 between Angelica Conwell and Peyton Stewart. That one doesn't look like it's flipped over to set 2 yet, so we'll see where that one goes and what the update is. Karumuru serving. It looks like she won first game in set 2, so she's on the board in her singles match. Ria got her first NAC singles victory last Wednesday against Concordia, Chicago, or I believe it was last Tuesday against Concordia, Chicago, back here at the Access Tennis Center. She didn't play in a lot of the matches last season, maybe about a third of the matches, and didn't get a NAC singles victory last season in partial conference play, but this year she's able to get her first conference victory in singles play. She has a few doubles victories as well between her and partner Ashley in the number 3 double spot. So Abigail Schwartz on a nice little run here after Dame went up 4-1. Schwartz kind of looking to flip the script here and push out in front in set 1. Hannah Markevich doing strong over in singles number 2. We'll try and go there next. Nice drop shot by Dame. Schwartz unable to recover. That's a tough one to get. Hannah Markevich up 3-0 in set 2 in her number 2 singles match, as she battles with Morgan Chyla. It's a good volley in the foreground in the number 5 singles match between Conwell and Seward. Seward able to drop one in there. Stewart, I should say. Peyton Stewart able to drop one in there to get the point after a long volley between the two. Singles number 1. Peyton Morgan up 1-0 in set number 2. But she's down in the match 1-0. Believe in singles number 5, Peyton Stewart won set 1. The scoreboard is angled to where I can't see it, but I'm pretty sure that one's moved on to set 2 over Angelica Conwell, and Stewart winning set 1. So I'm going to put the W down for Stewart. And after we get a final update there, they change sides over in singles number 6. We'll move over to back to singles number 5 with Conwell and Stewart. Martina Kalinowska, as she did in the first set, fell behind 1-0 in set 2, but then won the next 2 to go up 2-1 over Peyton Morgan in singles number 1 play. Still waiting for the third game break there in singles number 6 between Ria Karumaru and Jeannie Eisen. And we're getting a score update in singles number 4. Looks like that one has reset. Ashley Dame wins. I believe she might have won 6-4 there. Again, that's unofficial, but that's a first set victory in singles 4. The Hawks had first set victories in singles 1, 2, 3, and 4. They lost singles in 5 and 6. Jeannie Eisen now up 2-1 in singles number 5. Let's move over to singles number 1. Peyton Morgan, Martina Kalinowska. Martina a little upset with herself there. She had a clear shot there, but then just hit it into the net. Came a little too over the top and then went straight down on the top of the net and down on her side of the net. 2-1 lead here in set 2 for Martina over Peyton Morgan. She leads the match in the number 1 singles 1-0. over in singles number 3. We'll try and get down there in a little while. And we'll also need to move over, check on Hannah Markevich. She's up 5-0 now, it looks like, in singles number 2. Making quick work over there of Morgan Chyla. But in singles number 3, Ruth Doldy now up 2-1 in the second set after Paige Geiger won the first set. And one out, point for Morgan. Good battle here in that number 1 again between Peyton Morgan and Martina Kalinovska. Neither one able to get a tremendous advantage on the other. Each one some unforced errors as well dealing with, so not allowing either player to really pull away from each other here in this number 1 singles match. So, which is kind of what you want to see, is a good, fairly even battle there between the freshman in Kalinovska and the senior in Morgan. Good point there, Kalinovska. Ashley Dame up 1-0 in set 2 in her number 4 singles match with Abigail Schwartz. Try and move over to the number 2 singles match between Morgan Chyla and Hannah Markevich. That one getting ready to close out. It was a 5-0 lead for Markevich. Chyla might have come back and won a game here in the second set. Not 100% sure. But we know Markevich is up 1-0 in that set. Kalinowska tried to slam that one through, but into the net. And Hannah Markiewicz wins. Might have been 6-0, possibly. But she finishes first in doubles, or in singles play. So Illinois Tech now up 2-0 here in the match. I suppose I can update to reflect singles competition. So that match is over. Let's head back down to singles number 4. Zoom back out. Ashley Dame, Abigail Schwartz. Over in singles number 6, Ria Karumaru won another game there. Trails 3-2 in set 2 after falling 6-0 or 0-6 in set 1. After we get an update here, once we get to the third game in set 2 between Dame and Schwartz, we'll move on over, try and get a far side zoom over to our left between the match between Paige Geiger and Ruth Doldy in singles number 3. That one's the furthest court away from us here, so we'll try and get in on that one a little bit. That one's a 2-1 lead. I think I said that. Ruth Doldy on top of Geiger in set 2. Geiger won set 1. Over in singles number 1, Peyton Morgan and Martina Kalinowska each won a game. So now the score goes 3-2. Kalinowska on top in set 2 as she won set 1. Three to 2 is the score over in singles number 3. So both Doldy and Geiger each won a game in the last 2 games. And it's still a 1-point advantage for Doldy in that second set in singles number 3. She's up 3-2, but she trails in the match 1-0. Geiger in that number 3, this is just anecdotal, but I think she's had a lot of third set matches, as you kind of would expect in that number 3 match, kind of get things evened up there. Second set between Conwell and Peyton Stewart. And Stewart's up 5-0 over there. She won set one, so it looks like Stewart's on her way to possibly securing the first point for CUW in this match, cutting their deficit to 2-1, assuming she can finish out Angelica Conwell. Well, Conwell did come back in that first set a little bit, as Ashley Dame is up 2-1 in set number 2 in her match against Abigail Schwartz in singles number 4. So let's move back to singles number 1. There you go. Kalinowski up 3 games to 2 in set 2. She won the first set. Peyton Morgan thought she had that point, and again into the net a lot. Again, those unforced errors. Those are frustrating no matter what number singles you're in. You just think you have an easy point, and then you don't. Angelica Conwell battling over in that number 5 singles match. Took a year off from tennis last year. She was on the team the prior year in 2022 season. 22-23. Took off 23-24. Back on the team here for 24-25. It's good to see Angelica back out on the court for Illinois Tech. Morgan with a good serve return, Kalinowska. And again, another error there. Peyton Morgan. Point goes to Kalinowska. And I think our match is over in singles 5. It's Peyton Stewart wins. And so the number 5 singles goes to CUW, so now they are on the board with their first win. Jeannie Eisen up 5-2 over Ria Karumaru in singles number 6. And she's up 1-0 already on that one, so CUW can tie things up here. With the Hawks getting the doubles point and the number 2 singles point. CUW coming back winning the number 5 singles and on the verge of winning the number 6 singles, which will leave then 1, 3, and 4 to be determined, with Illinois Tech leading in each of those from a set standpoint. Coach Chris Powell cutting through the court there, giving a little coaching advice to Kalinowska after that last shot in the net. Into the net from Morgan. Not happy with herself on that one. Hearing a little static here. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's the hot spot. That's exactly what it was. Move the hot spot out of the way. Good old-fashioned audio interference. It's a good thing that broadcasting school really paid off. I believe set singles 6 is over. It's over. I'm being told. So another point for CUW. That pushes it to 2-2 right now. With 3 more singles matches still to be determined. Martina Kalinowska is up 5-2, however, in singles number 1, so she is 1 game away from taking singles number 1 and putting the Hawks back up front 3-2. And then that'll leave the number 3 and 4 singles matches to determine who's going to get that 4th point. Ashley Dame jumped out to a 4-1 lead here in set 2. So she's in good fashion there, although she did have a 4-1 lead in set 1. And Schwartz was able to come back on that one, cut it to 4-3 before Dame pulled away in the first set. So Dame setting up again here nicely, up 4-1 in set 2, up 1-0 in the match. Ruth Doldy now extending her lead to 5-2 in singles number 3. Paige Geiger won set 1. So if Doldy gets the point there, next one gets the 6th win, they'll go to a 3rd set tiebreaker. And again, that's nothing new for Geiger. She's been in a few of those 3-set matches. So order of finish in the doubles competition. Doubles number 2 for Illinois Tech finished first. They won 6-2. Doubles 3 for Illinois Tech finished second. They won 6-0. And then doubles number 1 finished third. Illinois Tech won 6-4 to get the 1 doubles point. Singles play, Hannah Markevich finished first. 6-1, 6-0, I believe, was the tally there. Singles number 5 for CUW finished second. And then singles number 6 for CUW finished third. And that's where we got to the 2-2 score so far. Kalinowska looking to put away Morgan. That one goes out. Nice point there for Schwartz, or in singles number 4. Kalinowska to serve. Into the net there from Morgan. Nice loft there by Ashley Dame to get the point. Not much Abby Schwartz could do on that one. They're off to the right of camera. Not sure if that one would have been in. Kalinowska wins the second set to win 2 sets to nothing. So singles number 1 goes to Illinois Tech, and they move up 3-2. They're one singles match victory away from winning the overall match, with singles number 3 and singles number 4 remaining. Try and zoom in on that far side with Paige Geiger and Ruth Doldy. You'll have to trust us. That's who's out there. Geiger serving. Too strong. So the Hawks, Skyhawks win the doubles competition. They swept all 3. And singles play, it's been split. Hawks winning singles 1 and 2. And CUW winning singles 5 and 6, with 3 and 4 still going on. In singles 4, Ashley Dame has a good lead in that match to get the Hawks over to that 4th point. Paige Geiger's trying to come back in set 2. She was trailing 5-2 after she won set 1. So that one could potentially go to a 3rd set. But if Ashley Dame's able to pull out singles number 4, that point really won't matter. That match won't matter. Obviously, Paige would like to come back and win that one, whether it's in the 2nd set or coming back in the 3rd set. If we get our final point here for Paige, or for Ashley Dame to get the Hawks the 4th point, we'll probably end the stream there. So we got to get packed up here. We'll bring it back over to singles 4. I'll just give you the verbal update on the match between Geiger and Doldy. Ashley Dame now up 5-2 in singles number 4. So I'll go between the break there. So Ashley Dame 1 game away from winning singles number 4. 2 sets 2-0. And then giving the Hawks the 4th point to win the overall match. I don't even know what that score is down in singles 3. It's been 5-2 for a while there. They haven't flipped over to the 3rd set, so that might be happening, and I think it is right now. Maybe. A little confusion over there between Geiger. So I think Doldy won set 2. I think the conversation is what's going to go on for set 3 here. They both look like they don't want to do a full 3rd set. That much looks to be certain. Dame to serve. 15 love. For Dame, 15 all. That one. Fault. And a point there for Schwartz. She goes up 15-30. I'm not sure in singles. Singles 3, both players are waiting for the result of the singles 4 match. See if they need to play it. That would be if Schwartz is able to come back. She gets the point. So Abby Schwartz, a good run here. $15.40. Serve was long. And Dame is long there. Abby Schwartz wins game 8. Move 5-3. Schwartz to serve. Fault. Good point by Ashley Dame there. Abby Schwartz coming up a little sore there after that stop and stretch for that one ball that Dame just placed there nicely. Good recovery as Dame goes up love 30. It's 5-3 here in set 2 in favor of Ashley Dame. Ashley won set 1. Make sure the audio's in sync there. Camera's on. Love 40. Actually, Dame looking to finish her match here. That one might have been long. That one's in the net. And Ashley Dame wins set 2 by the score of 6-3. And the Hawks will win the overall match as they go up 4-2 with singles number 3 to be determined with the tiebreaker. So we're going to end the live stream, however, as Illinois Tech has won the overall match. They can't lose it regardless of the outcome in the number 3 singles match tiebreaker between Ruth Doldy and Paige Geiger. So Illinois Tech wins the doubles point. They swept all 3 doubles matches. They get the 1 doubles point. Hannah Markiewicz won, finished first in singles 2. Then it was Peyton Stewart finishing second in singles 5. Jeannie Eisen finishing third in singles 6. So that tied up the match at 2 apiece. But then Martina Kalinowska won singles 1, put the Hawks up 3-2, and then Ashley Dame just finished out Peyton Morgan to win, or Ashley Dame just finished out Abigail Schwartz in singles 4 to take the 4th point for the match and give the Hawks the overall match victory. So a tiebreaker is going to go on between Geiger and Doldy, but we won't have time to broadcast that. So the final score will either be 5-2 or 4-3, but an Illinois Tech victory here at the XS Tennis Center over Concordia University, Wisconsin. So each team will have a 3-2 record after tonight. The Hawks move up to 3-2, go over 500 in conference play, and the Falcons fall to 3-2 in conference play. That'll do it here from Chicago in the Access Tennis Center. You've been watching Illinois Tech women's tennis on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. This is Eric Willowhite signing off.